Happy Monday, people. How's everybody doing? Been going through my recent videos and realized just how angry I've been coming across lately, which is no surprise because I've been getting very cranky from day to day. Been putting in a lot of hours, which some of you know, over the last few months. One of my co-workers who's been with me for some time has noticed and is still surprised that I have yet to drop. I am doing now, and kneel down on the floor, put my head down, and I'll be out within 30 seconds. I have these short cat naps that last about a minute and then I'm off again. I don't dare sit down because I will fall asleep. I rolled right out of the chair the other day. So I figured I need a day off. See, my bosses will not put the brakes down on this. They're quite comfortable with me working around the clock like this, so I had to put the brakes on. So I went to them, says, I am taking Sunday off. I didn't ask them because I knew what the answer would be had I asked. I says, I'm taking tomorrow off. Didn't dawn on me that it was Halloween. I'm totally lost as to the dates. The first response I got was, well, you got a party to go to? And I says, well, I didn't give a reason. I'm just telling you I'm taking tomorrow off. I figured Sunday being the slowest day of the week, I would take it off. Well, this is okay. As the day progressed, I got, hey, can you come in for an hour or so and get us set up for the day? I was a little reluctant because I knew exactly what that would lead to. And I put it point blank. This is not going to morph into me working tomorrow, is it? And they're like, oh, no. I knew better, but I agreed to it and I came in. As I'm on my way out the door to go home, hey, can you stay till 10? This isn't what we talked about, guys. Well, that work went from 10 to 12 to 2. As it was, I ended up working 8 hours. I was not happy when I left. And as I'm leaving, they knew I was angry, and they're smiling at me, and I'm like, don't smile when I'm pissed off. It's a good way to get your teeth removed. This should not be a stressful place. It's a very small place. But when you need a break, you need a break. I am running on less than gas fumes right now. This very small place should not be very stressful. Now, we had some fat bastard working here some months ago who led to this because he's the one who initially walked off the job and left me hanging with this bullshit. And I found out that while I wasn't here, he was bullying the girls and getting them all wound up, getting them all stressed out. But I didn't see this. See, when I would come in, he'd be the nice guy, everybody's happy. And the girls weren't too happy. They actually showed me a recording they had recorded of him abusing the girls. And I told them flat out, dude, it's a very small place. We don't need to be a stressful working environment. Well, he took that personal and he eventually left, which he did us all a favor. My old boss came in the other day, and the one who initially hired me here, and realized what was going on. He says, dude, if you were to leave, they'd have to shut this place down. That's a card I don't normally play, but it's right. If I did, they'd be screwed. They're getting a little too comfortable with the situation. And I'm getting tireder as the days go on. About 12 years ago, I was working for a place that loved to keep their staff wound up. They would keep them teetering, keep them always in fear of losing their job. And they figured they could get more work out of them, which they pretty much did. See, I'm at a point now where I don't live from paycheck to paycheck. I will not be wound up by anybody. But at the time, things were a little different. Now, at the time I worked for this place, I was a J-dub. And I started noticing the similarities, the tactics employed by this corporation and the tactics employed by Watchtower were virtually the same. This was actually the beginning of the end for me. I started seeing it. Matter of fact, I did a video on it about 3 years ago that YouTube pulled for some reason. They deemed it inappropriate content. To this day, I don't know what was inappropriate about it, but I eventually retitled it and uploaded it again. Let's face it, I'm still getting comments in the comment section about how when people were Jehovah's Witnesses, that they were kept wound up, they were kept in fear of Armageddon, they were kept in fear of being disfellowshipped, and it was all about fear to keep them keyed up, to keep them wound up, to see how much they could get out of people, which is no way to live. I think most of us know somebody who has committed suicide in the organization, and I didn't realize just how common this was until I found out that I knew somebody who had actually committed suicide. And I had to find this out from somebody who was not even in the organization. I just totally disagree with keeping people wound up like that. It is not a happy way of life. I mean, I sat back, my last few years in, I was saying very little, but I was absorbing quite a bit. And I was getting a lot of information through the internet and YouTube and things like that about the organization. And yet, at the same time, I'm spotting it. It's not a happy way of life. It never has been. And any Jehovah's Witnesses who really believes that they're living that happy life, think again. Do you really think that being wound up to the point of exhaustion, to be so stressed out, is the best way of life? Because it's all about getting as much as they can out of you. And they keep you in fear of tomorrow. They keep you in fear of everything. That is no way to live for anybody. Just something to think about. Because the organization has not changed. It will not change. And in all honesty, I can't see why there's still any but people left in this organization. It's a pretty shitty way of life. As it is now, I'm not too happy with this place right now. Not too happy with my boss. But I will deal with that today. Because one way or the other, I am going to get a day off. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to get that out there. Hope you all enjoy your day. I will talk to you soon.